Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. I want to take a quick second and give a shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys. I appreciate you more than you know. And then to invite you guys, if you've been coming by or this is your first time by, it'd really help me out if you hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon to notify you when I release new content. So what I was going to try to do today is look at the fixed blades that have come into my collection in 2023 based on what I carry the most and what I enjoy the most. And to be honest with you guys, it's really been tough to knock it down to 5 because I carry different knives different days. These are two great examples that didn't make the list. This is the Amsler Tools full size or standard hurricane razor. I wear this as a neck knife quite often, and this little T. Denny Apprentice is probably one of the greatest little poker slicer, box opener, shredder, magna cut little knives that I've got in my collection, but it didn't make the list. So what I did is I took the knives that have come into my collection in 2023 and I think these have all come into my collection in 2023. As a matter of fact, I'm sure they have, and rate them based on when I carry them. Not necessarily 5 to 1, but this is going to kind of be 5 to 1. So number 5 in our collection that made the top list, a fantastic EDC fixed blade, and that is the Griffin Co. Scout 2.5. This knife is perfectly sized for me as an EDC knife. As a EDC fixed blade, I guess I should say. It is only roughly 6.5 inches long, has right around 2 3/4 inch blade, but it's got a handle that is very ergonomical. It's got a very minimalistic carbon fiber scales. I've also got some micarta scales for this guy, but I choose to carry this knife in its Kydex sheath in an ulti-clip. I carry it in my back pocket, stick it down over my hem, and then lock it in. And that way, when I go to push the button, it comes right out, right? So you've got great jimping here, S35 VN construction, steel, manufactured by Bestech, and just a very, very nice little package. So coming in at my top 5, which is a tough number, I might have a video top 10 before this year's over. But coming in at number 5 is the Griffin Co. /Combat Beads Scout 2.5. Moving on, we have probably my favorite little neck knife, small knife in the game, and that is my Jason Grant Micro J-Kal. This little guy is an absolute beast. It is a thick little slab of S35 VN. I want to say it is 0.158 thick, so it's a thick little stock piece of steel, very, very small and petite, has Jason's stamp in the blade, but it's V-ground, very, very, very sharp, very small, but the J-Kal handle is designed to let me get a full 4-finger purchase on that grip, and doesn't have any jimping, but it's just fine because the choil locks in my finger and my thumb basically puts that knife anywhere I need it to be. So whether you're using this in a reverse grip or in a primary grip, this is a great little have on me knife for no telling what I will encounter, but I know it'll get it done. Short blade, but don't let that fool you. It's a fantastic knife, very durable, very strong. And it's one of my favorites. That's the J-Kal, Micro J-Kal we'll call it, from Jason Grant, and made out in California. I'm a big fan. Moving on, this little knife is probably the biggest surprise of 2023 for me. This is the T.Kell Piranha. The T.Kell Piranha, I did not know how I was going to feel about because it doesn't look that flashy. It is a very unique knife made over in Georgia, made in the USA by T.Kell. Company's run by him and his wife, Suzanne. Absolutely lovely people. They're the ones that brother Jared Neves worked with to design his knife. I picked up this little knife to use it as an EDC fixie because I like to have a small EDC fixie. And what I found enjoyable about this knife, besides the fact that it's got a very thick, strong blade that is extremely sharp and very easy to sharpen. You've got the CNC mill lines where the grind was done via CNC, but this handle has this choil built into it as well. So even though it's a small knife, I can get a full 4 fingers on it. I can keep my thumb right on the blade. I can use it in a reverse grip. I can use it in a primary grip. It cuts boxes, it cuts cardboard, it cuts rope. It is a true EDC fixed blade. And these guys come in right around $150. Made in America, super well done. I've been, like I said, amazed with this knife. And I would say it's my number 3 most impressive come across in the year 2023. I keep it with an Ulti-Clip 2.2 Slim. I keep this. This is actually a deep concealment clip, not an Ulti-Clip. And this simply slides in my back pocket, my back right pocket, hips over the hem. And then I've got this little really nicely done jimping here on the Kydex sheath where I can deploy that knife with no problem. So coming in at number 3, we've got the T.Kell Piranha. Moving on. Yes, we've seen this knife before, but not this particular one. This is, I have to say, one of my favorite form factors and one of my favorite makers, you know, amongst others. And this is Jacob Ginsburg's Jakeb Creates, the Chickadee. I learned about this knife a couple of years ago from Lefty EDC when he was going through his little phase of how great it was. I bought into it. It did turn out to be great for me. I carry this knife at least 2 times a week. The way I traditionally will carry it is in its sheath on the single loop right at my appendix, cantered just a little bit. I've got it right in front where I need to get to it. This one's 20 CV, my newest one. I also have a Chickadee in MagnaCut that I carry quite a bit, and a Chickadee in S90V. I also have 2 Oak City leather pocket dropper sheaths. So if I don't want to carry it on my belt, which is my preferred method of carry, then I can carry it on my in my pocket. I usually carry it in my left pocket, not in my back pocket with the Oak City leather sheath. So coming in at number 2, made in America, the Jakeb Creates Chickadee. Guys, number 1 is also a surprise because I did not expect to pick this knife up. Then once I did, I've carried it almost on the daily for a couple of weeks. I at least carried it a couple of times a week. It is the Vero Axon Fixed Blade. I'm a huge fan of the Vero Axon. It's my favorite Vero design. And to have a fixed blade that comes in with a much slimmer package, beautiful micarta handles, M390 blade, super slicey. I love the sheep's foot. I love the fact that this knife will work like a big knife if I need it to. It's the largest of the EDC fixed blades that I carry on the regular. But since it is so thin, I carry it in my back pocket with an Ulti-Clip. It does not jab me in the side. I do not feel it. And it is very easy to deploy. So the Vero Axon fixed blade is just, I think, a vision of design elegance and a comfortable in-hand knife. I love the belt satin. I love the jimping. I love the fact that it keeps the integrity of the original Axon because I've got one of those too. And I just love it. So guys, when we look at my top 5, which could change by next week as I have more that continue to somehow find their way to me, we've got several cool knives here. We've got the Vero Axon. We've got the Jakeb Creates Chickadee. We've got the T.Kell Piranha. We've got the Jason Grant J-Kal, what I call the micro J-Kal. And then we've got the Combat Beads / Griffin Co Scout 2.0. So guys, those are my 5. What are your favorite fixed blades? Feel free to let me know in the comments. I didn't ever think I would carry a fixed blade, guys, and now it is part of my EDC. I love them. I enjoy them, and I use them quite a bit. But guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining. Maybe you get some information from some of these knives. I think most of them are available. You can catch these on the drop. You can reserve one of the T.Kells. They might even be in stock right now. I know these are in stock over at River's Edge Cutlery amongst Vero's website also. Just DM Jason Grant, Brass Brigades, if you want a J-Kal. And then I know the Griffin Scouts will be coming back in stock, but I found this one on NAF sale. Guys, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Let's choose debate over hate. I love you all. Peace.